the last time here with Bruce. Oh, that's sad, isn't it, Bruce?
Yeah, it's terrible. Not sure if it's sad or not. It should be.
Anyway, we are on our way up through Slovenia at the moment. You can see out the window there. We're going up through Slovenia, we'll pass through Ljubljana, and we are currently heading to Vienna for this afternoon. So we'll be in Vienna around about 2:30 or so. And yeah, we get to explore that city for a day or so before we move on.
Alright, so we've just disembarked the train. You can see behind me, Wien. I can't even read that because it's all mirror reversed for me. But it's basically Vienna HBF, which is the main station in Vienna. We've just arrived. It's about 7 degrees. Bruce is up here taking photos. And that's our train just there. Jen's over here with our bags. We're going to go work out how to get to our hotel. Fed and watered ourselves.
Naughty selves.
Our naughty selves. We've eaten stroopwafel and deer. And even Jen managed to get some stroopwafel down. Jen had her teeth surgery the other day, so her mouth is quite tender. So we are leaving the train station. We've dropped our bags and everything off. We're heading up the road to explore Vienna a little bit. It's about 7 degrees, but the wind is just blowing its little head off, and it's cold as cold can be. So Vienna has some strange rules different to the rest of Austria. In Vienna, your COVID vaccination is required to go into restaurants and bars and clubs. Bars and clubs don't bother us so much, but restaurants and cafes and food venues do. But the issue here is that your vaccination is only valid for 6 months. After that, you must have had your booster, otherwise you can't go into a restaurant or a cafe or anything like that, anywhere that serves food. So that puts us out because we're about 5 days out from the 6 months. So finding food, well, we can go into grocery stores and get that. Everywhere else in the whole country is fine, but Vienna, and its numbers aren't even up there. It's just, I think they've got a mayor who's a bit like the bloke in Western Australia. He's a bit nuts. He's keeping the populace under control. But yeah, it's messed us up a little bit. But yeah, anyway, so we can't go and get a Wiener Schnitzel or any of the strudels or anything like that we wanted to get here while we were here. So we now need to sort out other food. We're just walking along and look at these dudes. They're holding the building up. It's the Brazilian embassy. They're pretty cool. Move your way here. There we go. Look at them. That's awesome. Look at this. How awesome is that? Look, it's got a tractor seat. This here This here is the memorial to the Soviet soldiers that were killed in World War II in the Vienna offensive in 1945. So we've come to a conclusion that it's not a real city unless there's a dude on a horse. This dude on the horse is that guy there. Karl Kirschke, maybe? I'm not really sure. But anyway, there's a dude on a horse, so it's a real city. Look, Macca's. Another city, another Macca's. Look, Jen, dressed up like an Eskimo. It must be cold because Bruce has got his gnome hat on. It's only like the second or third time that I've seen him wear it since he's been here. Oh, he's even got his gloves on. Woohoo! Look at him. Sexy. Look at that. Horse and carriage coming up the road here. How cool is that? So we're in a place called Ressel's Park, and we've come down here to see this building. This here in front of you is Karl's Kirche, or Karl's Church. What a magnificent building. Look at that. That looks unreal. I think it might be open. We're going to go over and have a look anyway, see if we can go in and have a look. It may not be open, and that's fine, but yeah, we thought, yeah, while we're here, let's go and have a look at it. Famous church here in Vienna. This statue here, don't know who the chicky baby is playing the harp, but this one here is Johannes Brahms, the famous composer, Brahms. Very dark. Let me see if I can brighten that up for you. There you go. Johannes Brahms. We were walking up the street and guess what we saw? We saw Orff Funkhouse. Now we don't even know what that is, but look, it's got a big ear. It's the big ear. Australia's got the big pineapple and the big merino and, you know, other lots of big things. This is the big ear. Coloured buildings here in Vienna. Pretty cool, hey? We're making our way down towards this big gate down here. On the other side of the gate is Schloss Belvedere, or Belvedere Castle, or Palace. It used to be a palace of the royal family. Nowadays it's a museum or a gallery. We're going to go down and check it out. So this here is Schloss Belvedere. Belvedere Palace, Belvedere Castle. What a magnificent building. We have just bought our tickets to the Belvedere, and we are going to go and find in. We've only bought tickets to the upper level, which is the main attractions. The lady at the desk said, so upper level of Belvedere is where we're heading to. There you go, you might be able to see the ticket a bit better. €16. And, this is where we're heading to. This is the entryway here to the Belvedere Museum. We finished our wander through the Belvedere. Now we're in the garden. Lots of sand and gravel in the garden. A few trees, some hedges. Better in summer. The wind is blowing and it's freezing on this beautiful blue sky day. We're heading down into the city centre. We are back at Karlskirche, or Kirch, I think is how it's actually pronounced, Karlskirche. And we are going to be going inside shortly. We were here yesterday afternoon, but it was too late. But today, this should be good.
Said to Jen she needs to tell him he is free zone. She gets used to it.
Cold. So we've just made our way here into Karlskirche. You can see the beautiful building that it is, different to other ones that we've seen. Right beside us here with all the scaffolding around it is a lift. And I believe we can go up and check it out. You can go up to the top somewhere. So we'll do that shortly. But we'll have a look around the church first. So we've come up the lift and it brings you closer to the dome up here. So you can see the pictures better. But that's all it does. We thought it took you to an outside viewing area. We've seen that there's an outside viewing area somewhere, but we don't know how to get there. So your €8 gets you up here to the top of the scaffold. It really is kind of a waste of money. Unfortunately, you can't get in here without paying the €8, so you don't have a choice. Right, so this is the view out the window here, looking over the city of Vienna.
Let's see these dudes down here. Let us go up some stairs.
And yes, we're trying to get down to that viewing platform down there. Not quite sure yet how to do it, but we will work it out. Okay, we work out how to get up here to the organ. Here's the pipe organ in the church here. That's pretty cool. And there's a viewing balcony here where you can see that stupid waste of time lift, and that interferes with all of your photos. Alright, so we've made our way outdoors, finally. You can see the column just here that houses one of the bells. And that's the other bell house just there, and it's exactly the same on the other side. But from here, we're outdoors, you can see the square below us. Hi everybody! Wave to us. Nobody's waving. Not quite sure why, but this is the technical university here in Vienna. Look at this massive big sculpted bird thing on the front of it. That's just unusual. TU, Technical University. This lovely building that you see over here is the Vienna Opera House. Look at it, it's just beautiful. Decoration, very different to our own Sydney Opera House.
There's dudes on horses.
Yeah, there's dudes on horses. Must be a real thing. So we're walking along the road here, and look, there's a treble cleft. And why? It's because of this guy here. This is the statue in dedication to Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. We'll wander up and get a little bit closer view. Alright, so here's the monument, the statue, Mozart. He died in, what's that, 1791. And there he is up there composing and listening to music and making music. It's pretty cool, hey? People having fun playing out in the park. Look, there's a girl over there in just a t-shirt. Unbelievable. What the heck? We're dressed like the Michelin Man with jackets everywhere, and this girl's wearing a t-shirt. These guys are drinking beer. Maybe that's why they're wearing t-shirts. Drinking beers and wearing t-shirts. We've come across a protest march. We believe it's in protest of the Ukraine war, but we're not 100% sure. This really is a city. Look, dude on a horse, another dude on a horse. And on the other side of the street behind us, there's more dudes on horses. So this building here in front of you is called the Hofburg. It's kind of like a palace and a museum and all sorts of a gallery and all sorts of bits and pieces. The Hofburg. Look at this monument.
there are 4 dudes on horses, one on each corner. So many dudes on a horse. Look at this cool little statue out the front of the National History Museum. It's a little elephant. Oh, we were trying to get Bruce to ride it, but there's a sign out the front that says riding not allowed. That's really sad, isn't it? It's so cool. Such a cute little elephant. Everywhere that we have been, we have seen plenty of statues, and lots of them have been green, but not anywhere in the world have we ever seen this phenomenon, where the green leaches out of the statue and then comes onto other things, like this post here. It seems to be very, very common here in Austria. We've seen a lot of it here in Vienna, but we just don't know what it is. If anyone's got any ideas, put a comment in the comment section. I've got no idea. Bruce seems to think that it might be acid rain, but we don't know. Vienna is the city of horses and dudes with horses, and dudes close to horses, and some dudes riding horses. Look at these dudes. They're, I don't know, trying to placate the horse. There's another one over here. Yeah, see? Horses. It's really hard to see it because it's not dark enough yet, but they're doing like a vivid thing here where artists for Ukraine, and they're projecting them onto buildings around the city. There you go. It's very cool, but it's not quite dark enough yet. Oh, look at them, aren't they cool? If you think those are cool, or even if you don't, have a look at this one. No, not the naked guy on the couch.
Look at the big dog in there.
Oh, I don't know if I can... He's really hard to see. Look at the massive big dog in there. That is so cool. That's so cool.